Howdy ho, guys and gals. Welcome back to the Den of Tools. Today is Monday, September 2nd, which means it's time for, say it with me, Deals of the Week! Labor Day edition. Ton of smoking hot deals. If you haven't seen my other videos, check it out. We did Home Depot, we did Lowe's, we got Harbor Freight in there. Walmart kind of was a fail, if you ask me. So we didn't actually cover Walmart this weekend, but we're making up for it here. We got a bunch of great deals for you. We're going to show a couple sponsored deals here for you first, because these things are absolutely smoking. The Meco Ella Verde car vacuum cleaner blower. They call it a car vac. It's an anything. It's a little hand vac here. Comes in one of these great little semi-rigid cases. Has a ton of little options. Look, has a little, there we go, a little light on it. So this is, let me turn it, actually the handle turns, there we go. Turn it the right way, use it as a vacuum. I'm not gonna turn it on right now because I don't want to blow your eardrums out. But you got a vacuum on this side, and then if you want to use it as a blower on the other side, you just pivot the handle around, and now it's a blower going that way. There's a bunch of different attachments you can put on there. There you go. Now you got the little air duster kind of thing. I will say, it's not as powerful as the little mini dedicated air dusters that I've shown, but it's way more versatile with the full case. It comes with a ton of accessories. You can see it all there. Let me show it on the page. So you're looking at, what is it? It's normally $70. It's on sale for $60. There's a 20% off coupon that's going to knock another $12 off of that. And then I've got a coupon code I'm going to put down below in the links. It's going to knock another 10% off of that. Oh my gosh, so it's deals on deals. We love it. You know, we call it stacking the deals. And this one is stacked and racked and ready to go. If you're looking for a multi-use tool like this, this is a great option to go with here. At that price, it's really hard to beat. Let's go on to the next option. Now, the next one is the AC mount. This is their budget jump starter. Now, they say it's a 3,000 amp. I haven't had a chance to put it on the new tester that we got. We're going to be doing that. They say 10-liter diesel. Yeah, I don't know if I would go there with that. But I will say this. I would trust this on a medium size, light duty trucks, regular size cars, your basic smaller 8 cylinders and down. It's easily going to handle those. On top of that, look at that. You got to trust it. It's got a compass built in. Don't ask me why they put a compass in it. But we've shown this one before. Actually had helped a buddy of mine with it, and actually ended up giving it to her afterwards because she didn't have one. She does a bunch of traveling around the state and stuff. I'm like, you cannot be driving out in the middle of nowhere, going to all these things that she does without something like this in your car. So it's reliable enough that the people I care about, I gave one to them. So this thing is coming in at normally $70. It's on sale for $56.97. And there's a 20% off coupon on top of that. This is a great budget jump starter. Every vehicle, again, I think every vehicle should have a jump starter. Heck, they should come with them these days. But anyway, the point is this. I won't drive a vehicle that doesn't have one of these because even if it's not for me, I end up helping out a ton of other people with it. And you know what? I get to be the good Samaritan, and I don't have to risk hooking my truck or my car up to their jalopy and hopefully don't get any feedback on that. Anyway, let's keep going here. Next up, we're going to talk about the desk lock, smart locks here. Okay, so now the smart locks. Let me bring it up here. So this is the front half of it. Okay, there's the back half, and there's other sorts of adapter parts and stuff. Let me get it out of the box. So there's the back plate. There's the front. That's the part that goes on the inside of the house. But, nobody cares about that. You want to talk about what's on the outside, the front-facing part. All right, so what you got here is you have a fingerprint scanner, you have a keypad, and you have a key lock. So you got 3 ways to access your house. And yes, it runs off a battery. So what do you do if the batteries die? Well, guess what? It's almost like they thought about that. That if I can catch light, there you go. USB on the bottom. You can still use the lock to get in. So you've got a ton of great ways to access this. It makes life just that much easier. My last 2 houses, I had smart locks on, and it just made life so much easier. Somebody's commented last time, they're like, some kid with a flipper, it's a little hacker device, could get in your house. Some kid with a rock could break a window, dude. Think about the easiest point of entry. Don't think about, my gosh, someone's going to buy this $100 device, and they're learn how to use it, and they're going to do it. No, dude, if you've got Windows, you already have bigger safety concerns. Locks like this, remember, locks just keep honest people honest is what it really does. All right, so this allows you, though, to access the house easier, faster, and not have to worry about keys. I hate keys. These are the keys I carry every day. That's what I'm down to. That's the only keys that I carry. I hate keys. So anyway, let's check them out. So this is the desk lock. This is the B200 I showed you. It's on sale right now, $89.99 with code. Now I've got a code. They sent me one that's going to knock 20% off with the code down below. And then they also have the, let me come down here, they have the A100F. That one's going to be $52.49. And they even have a remote gateway manager. They've got a bunch of stuff. Amazon, 25% off code. So you can take a look around their site. I'll put links, as usual, to everything down below. These are super easy to install. They just go right where your old lock was. That's it. Nothing fancy. Just, you know, a few screws and you're done. It's a 10-minute install, if that. All right, let's see what we got up next. We got, oh, we got my little friend here. Let's pan over and say hi. Hey there. Whoops. Tilting the camera. There we go. So this is the YesWelder, was it the DP200 dual pulse MIG welder, new one from YesWelder, hasn't even been released yet. Currently it is up on Kickstarter. Typically I don't like to do Kickstarters, any kind of the crowdsourcing kind of stuff. We usually try to avoid it on the channel, but for established brand stuff like this, yeah, we'll make an exception because this is going to get you first access, budget level access. Now the price on this, I think it is, I think it's $400 is the price on this one. Okay, there's the price, $400, $399. And that's going to get you the DP200 with all the accessories and everything else. That's 42% off what the list price is going to be. Let me bring you back over here so I'm not craning my neck around. Anyway, YesWelder, as I said, it's one of the three, what I call best bang for the buck welders. And if you've been looking for a MIG one, this is, let me put this up here. This is not just any kind of welder. This has got a full LCD display, or it might be LED. I don't know. I mean, it's a digital display. Let's call that. Great knobs on this, all the connections you want. If you're looking for a MIG welder, especially if you're looking for a dual pulse MIG welder, this is kind of thing you want. This will do aluminum. It'll do all sorts of materials. YesWelder has guaranteed my viewers the entry-level price. If they run out of spots, I'm going to put an email in there, or you can reach out to them via email and just reference Denna Tools. Like, hey, saw you on Denna Tools. You guarantee the price. I need a code so I can get it in at the $399 price. So until they launch, you should be guaranteed at that price. And as we saw here, let me go back. This one is going to happen because their goal was $50,000. They kind of blew past it by just a little bit. So as you can tell, this is going to be a hot item. So make sure you get the early bird pricing on it there. All right, next up, we've got also from YesWelder, the stick welder, 125 amp large LED. I got to tell you, the new YesWelders, they revamped the design about a year ago. They've just been killing it. This thing's normally $107.87, $99.99, and it comes with an auto darkening helmet. That's a ridiculous deal. So if you're not looking to do full MIG or something like a TIG or lift TIG, it'll do stick. It's a stick welder, but you can usually convert them for TIG. Anyway, point of the matter is this, that for $100, this is a fantastic deal. And let's see what else we got. We also have, look at this, the 135 amp MIG welder. This one's 110. I should have pointed out also that this one here, it's dual. It'll do 110 and 220. Why do you want that? Well, 110 is good for light duty work, but if you really want to get penetration on some thicker metal, you're gonna need the 220. Just keep that in mind, all right? So the 135 amp MIG, 110 flux core welders, your basic, just kind of like, I always think of these as the hot glue gun of welders, all right? You basically just, the flux, and there's no gas, it's all built into the wire. As such, they're a little smoky. You don't want to use them in an enclosed space without like serious ventilation. I would use them outdoors, all right? So what you're looking at here is normally $150, on sale for $120, and there's a $10 off coupon, taking this down to $110. All right, and then we got the YesWelder helmet. I actually have this helmet. They sent it to me a while ago, but oh my gosh, auto darkening solar helmet for $34, call it what it is. All right, let's get into some of the other deals. A lot of these were sent in by viewers like you. You can send us deals too if you find them. You want to share deals of the week, just send them to red@dennatools.com. Now stop. Some of you can't help yourself. You got to wait till Friday. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, you can send in a deal. Monday, maybes, all right? Like early Monday morning, all right? But any other time, like late on Monday, don't send me a deal after this video because it's going to be gone by next Monday, all right? They'll either have changed the deal or it'll be sold out. So don't waste my time and yours. Anything between now and Thursday, no, we're not. But after Friday or Friday, Saturday, Sunday, put deals of the week up in the subject line. I can think about this, and we'll include it in the deals. Here's the first one we got. That is the Ruitool that we've talked about this before, ad infinitum. It's a Japanese pole saw, but it also works as a flush cut saw. These things are fantastic. They're normally $26 on sale for $13.19, and there's a 5% off coupon on top of that. This is, if you don't have one, this is one of, you have to get it. You don't have an option. It's the law. You don't have to use my link, but you have to pick one up, all right? So let's keep going. We got SATA. SATA is made by Apex. Apex makes gear wrench and about half the other hand tools made in the world. They make a ton of stuff. Anyway, this is their own, because they make them for other companies. This is their own Goldilocks line, all right? I will say this. I find them a bit on the chunky side because they're a little bit chunky. But they're good, solid tools, all right? And that said, here's your 3-piece ratchet, 1/4, 3/8, 1/2 inch, 72 tooth, quick release design for $26.01. That's a reasonable price for a 3 ratchet set. Then after that, we got the Tommars. Now again, this is basically the same set, essentially, as I was saying, very similar. I'm not saying they're made by the same company. Clearly a different design there, but you're looking at quick release. You got all 3 tools right there. There's your, he's got I just had it there, the pawls there and there. Boy, my mind, can you tell I'm already on vacation? It's Labor Day, right? I'm supposed to be like barbecuing and relaxing, enjoying the last few days of summer here. That's where my mind is already at. Anyway, but you get all that with the foam inserts, put it in your tray, all of that for $30 with a 15% off coupon. All right, next up, we got Knipex. Some people sent me in some Knipex deals. If you send in a deal and it doesn't show up, means either A, you sent it in too early, you didn't put deals of the week in it, or it's not a deal. I price checked it and it just wasn't actually a deal. And a lot of times on Amazon, and I had a couple people send me in Knipex deals, and yes, you do pronounce the K. That argument's over. Go Google it yourself. I'm tired of explaining it. Anyway, what was I just saying? The Knipex deals, a lot of times they show them as being a deal and they really aren't. So you got to have really good price checking history and stuff like that. Anyway, these are all certified, legit, DOT exclusive deals. They're not exclusive, but certified. Knipex tool, pipe gripping pliers with serrated jaws. You can really get your grip on these things. Normally $46.35 on sale for $40.52. Then we got the Orbis. Now this is interesting. For those of you who don't know, Knipex bought Orbis. Now, this is listed as Knipex. It's sold by Amazon, but it's not actually Knipex. It's Orbis. It's a different tool brand, but it's owned by, and look at this, boy, they're proud of this one. I always talk about made in USA tools. We'll say made in USA. They're proud of it. They're proud of the German heritage on this one. Check this out. We've got on the handle, made in Germany. On the hinge, made in Germany. On the face, made in Germany. In case you didn't know, this came from Deutschland, the Vaterland. It's made in Germany. Anyway, it's normally $26. It's on sale for $20.60. It's a limited time deal, 14% claimed already. Then we got the Knipex Raptor pliers, aka parrot nose. This is great for getting off those stubborn kind of semi-stripped nuts and stuff like that. You're looking at normally $65 on sale, 40% off a list, down to $38.34. Then we're including this one. Somebody sent this in. It's not a deal, it's not a sale, but apparently somebody last week was asking where they can find these. So this other guy sent it in. He's like, hey, by the way, someone was looking for these. It's not a deal, but here they are. So if you were looking for them, there you go. Astro Pneumatic universal impact sockets. All right, we got Skill 20-volt recip saw. This is the full kit. It's going to get you the battery. It's going to get you the charger. All of that 20 volt. This is not the 12 volt I talk about a lot. This is the full size. All of that. This is okay. I'm kind of stuttering here because this is not brushed or it's not brushless, which I usually prefer to recommend brushless stuff when I can. It's your standard brush, so just be aware of that. But still, this is a full kit recip saw, cordless, for $65. That's a ridiculous price. All right, let's keep going. And here we got some blades for it. We got the Bosch 7-piece recip blade set coming in for under $10. We got the SOG, the multi-tool, basically. It's everything. It's got, look at it, it's got scissors, it's got the pliers, it's got a knife, it's got an awl, because, we all need the awl, apparently. Who's used the awl for what it's actually used for? I've put holes in, actually that's not true. I have put holes in belts with one before. Anyway, 3206 down from 50. It's 41% off a list. All right, then we got Capri half-inch drive universal impact socket set, 7/16 to 15/16 SAE set here, coming in for a 9-piece set for $65 from Capri. Again, they're a tool truck alternative. They're right up there. That's a solid set. We got the Energizer LED flashlight. Here's what I'm going to say about Energizer flashlights. They're not the premium top of the grade. All right, they're not like the super high end, like I'm really into my flashlights kind of stuff. But for a kitchen drawer flashlight, for $13.55, that's a pretty solid flashlight, actually. So at that price, that's why we're including it. We got the Pony portable workstation. This is like your sawhorse workstation flip. It's got bench dogs. It's got quick clamps. It's got a little shelf underneath. It's adjustable height. It's not my favorite, but I will say this. It even has like the extensions down here to hold the wings out so they're not, folding down on you and whatnot. It's not my favorite design, but a lot of people really like it. It's on sale right now for $135, $136. We got the Skill router table with the fixed base coming in normally $200. It's on sale for $169. This is a great deal. If you want to get yourself a router station in your shop, especially if you got a small shop, you can set this up. You can put it away when not in use, pop it up on the bench, clamp it down, go to town. It's actually a really good setup there, and that's an amazing price at $169. All right, then we got the DeWalt hammer drill kit. This is the max. This is the top of the line, brushless from DeWalt. Remember, there's the brushed, the brushless, and then the all brushless XR kit, and that's what this is. Getting you batteries, you got the charger, you got the full case, limited time deal coming in at $269 on that. Then we got the Craftsman vacuum. Craftsman makes a fantastic vacuum. I know I talk about the Bauer a lot. I talk about the the DeWalt Stealth Sonic a ton. This is I would put it close to the Bauer, not quite as good, but this is a pretty big vacuum here. You're looking at a 16-gallon, 6.5 peak horsepower with all the kit, everything you need for it, coming in down from $193, 26% off a list. Limited time deal for Labor Day here, $143.99. All right, the skill saw. This is not your little DIY skill saw. This thing is a beast. This is huge. It is 16 and 5/16 inch. This is for cutting like rafter beams and stuff like that. This is a serious saw. It's $500, but at that price, that's $200 off. That's $200 off a list. That's a fabulous deal on that saw. All right, then we got the Olight Arcfeld. This is probably one of my favorite flashlights. I usually have one. Come on here. Yep. Usually one floating around my desk somewhere. It's always have one around. This is my go-to flashlight. It is. This is the basic one. Now the one I have is the Arcfeld Pro, which is going to be a significant amount more. But this is 1,000 lumens LED flashlight. It's rechargeable using the whole, the standard round chargers that Olight likes to use. It's got the UV light. Don't look at the UV light. The UV light on these things is actually fairly powerful, and it can hurt your eyeballs. So don't look at it. Don't shine it into a mirror. But it is great for using for all sorts of stuff. And then on top, you can find scorpions. You can find other bugs. You can find like thin pieces of plastic and stuff because the edges on it will glow. I've used it for all sorts of things. And you're looking at, apparently you can also use it for, I believe certain AC refrigerants. It can show, like if there's a leak, the cloud will show up in it. So anyway, we're looking at, $80 normally. If you have Prime, you get Prime early access on the deal, coming in at $60 for that. That's a smoking deal on that. All right, let's keep going here. We've got the digital angle finder with electronic laser. This has got it all. So usually people look at these and they think table saw angle guides, and I use them for that all the time. I have used lots of great table saws. I won't use a table saw without an angle finder on it. I get the gauge, I get it, but measure twice, right? That's what we say, measure twice. Well, measure the angle twice also. Make sure something hasn't knocked it, hasn't fallen out of angle or something. So make sure it's right. But it's also useful for a ton of other stuff. And it's got the laser on it. And you're looking at normally, was it $36 on, $35.98? On sale for $24.16 and a $10 coupon on top of it. Stacking those deals. This is not going to be available because it's 100% claimed. Well, Shazbot. Moving on. All right, we got the 1 1/4 inch SDS Plus here. This is your rotary hammer. This is a budget rotary hammer. It plugs in. It comes with some of the bits. If you've just got some work around the house, by the time you rent one of these, you'll probably end up paying for this. So might as well just have it around in case you have some other projects that pop up. This thing's coming in at $90 on that. That is a great tool for $90. All right, then we got the DeWalt XR combo here. Actually, I take it back. One of them is XR. They're both listed as brushless. So this says 20 volt max. I'm not sure if this one is technically part of the XR lineup, but this one, the grinder certainly is. So you're getting the die grinder, and you're getting the angle grinder, and you're getting the battery, and you're getting the charger. All of that for $300. All right, next up we got the Gifts for Men. It's a screw extractor, okay? I don't know why they lead off on Gifts for Men. I mean, you can put that in the metadata somewhere. But what this is it's a great little screw extractor for getting stuff out. We've all dealt with it. And it's one of those, we call them the get out of jail free kind of tools, because you don't use them every day, but when you need it, it does a wasted afternoon. It can save a wasted afternoon. And you're looking at normally $20. It's on sale for 60% off, bringing it down to $8. And at $8, this is something to throw in a drawer for the days when that does pop up. And it's 3% claimed right now. All right, let's keep going. The DeWalt socket, 1/4 and 3/8 drive, just your basic little handy socket. This is not going to, I don't even consider this like a starter socket set, but this is like a to-go socket set, something you could throw in a bag. You can have like, I don't know, it's like there's some workstation or something where you'd normally, if you have like a lathe or something like that, and you're gonna do some adjustments on it all the time, maybe keep that there so you don't have to go back and forth with your main tools. Stuff like this is, though, I always think of like throwing it in the back seat or, under the back seat, that kind of stuff. You're looking at normally a 34 piece, coming in normally $51. It's on sale for $52.97. All right, then we got the Calf Home. We talked about these. These are wall mount power tool organizers. They've got the multiple shelves. They get the hangers on the side. This is a 2-piece kit here. Normally $74.90. On sale right now, 28% off. It'll hold, 8 power tools. They don't have to be green, any color you want. Coming in down for $54. Now I have a second option on this. It's a single one, and you're like, why would I buy the single? It's the same price, $53.89. It's 10 cents less. But there is a 30% off coupon, and the bonus on this one is it comes with the power strip up top. You just plug it in. Now you've got your dedicated power station. Let me ask you this. Are you more interested in something like this size that doesn't have the power strip, or are you willing to pay more for the integrated power strip solution? Are you going to bring your own power strip? Let me know what you think down below. I'll try to adjust the deals going forward. Keep an eye out for what it is you're looking for. Anyway, we got the Lexavon 1/2-inch drive click torque wrench, 25 to 250 foot-pounds. That's quite a range. That is a serious range on that torque wrench. And for $53.97, that's a pretty good deal on that. All right, then we got the emergency shears. These are clones of the Leatherman. I bought the Leatherman. And I love them. I think they're fantastic. But I've also seen these, and other than mine saying Leatherman, I can't tell a difference. I've spoken to a ton of emergency room techs, and the Leatherman was really popular back in the day. And since these came out, everyone has these. You know why? Because you're using them in an emergency. And guess what happens in an emergency? You forget stuff. And guess what ends up getting forgotten? All right, so if you have to replace them, if they grow legs, if they get lost, something happens, you don't want to have to be buying another $100+ set when you can get these for $32 and they're just as good. And brother, they're just as good. Ask the ER techs, they'll tell you. All right, let's keep going. Bartonelli Pro luxury. It's a luxury step ladder. Does it give me some champagne when I get to the top? Maybe a little caviar? What the frick is a luxury step ladder? But it is a step ladder, aka more of a step staircase. It's got the big wide treads on it, 500-pound capacity, good grips on it. It's a decent step ladder. I can't even make my step ladder joke now because I'm choked up over the luxury comment. European-made foldable step stool for home, 500-pound capacity, all steel, anti-slip feet, coming in normally $60. It's 29% off. This is a lightning deal. It is 9% claimed. All right, this one. You see me talk about my Wera screwdriver. Let me see if I have it here. It's, yeah, this one. Well, I don't have my, there we go. Okay, let me pop that out. Pop that in there. If I can, oh, I push on that one. All right. So, actually, it's not the right one. Anyway, so I've got the Wera screwdriver, and the bit for it is probably chucked up in one of my drills around here somewhere. But the cool thing about this is, besides the fact that it's got all the bits internal, and then when you press this, it can either be this length or you press again and it extends out to this length. But this is like $35. Well, not everyone's willing to spend $35 on a fantastically well-made European screwdriver. And if you can't, I get it. But here's an option for you. We got the Westdut 13-in-1 multi-bits. It does the same thing. It's essentially the same screwdriver. It has the extension. It can either be collapsed. It can be full extension. It's got a ton of bits with it. All of that. Apparently, you can use it for welding too. The picture, I'm joking, folks. It's humor. Anyway, it's on sale for $8. So if you want all the functionality of a Wera in a less expensive, less colorful manner, this might be a good option. For $8, I can see getting it, all right? Let's keep going here. We got the DeWalt cordless recip saw kit. This, again, full kit. Battery, charger, bag, full 9 yards. Coming in at $169. That's 27% off a list. Then we got some weather stripping. I know it's not sexy and amazing and cool tools and stuff, but, brother, it was in the 40s here last night. It's good. Here's what I'm dealing with. It's going to be 95 degrees today. Tonight, it's going to be like 42. Welcome to life in the Rockies. But cold weather is around the corner. It's time to start prepping your house, getting it ready before it's freezing cold and you got heat, the heating costs, dollar bills just flying right out the windows and the doors, all right? So we got weather stripping here, right? All right, let's keep going. Work Pro, it's the 22-piece ratcheting combo wrench set here. It's on sale, normally $73.85. It's on sale for $55.99. It's 24% off a list. The days of being able to get like the gear wrench, remember gear wrench used to have, it had to be like 4 or 5 years ago, had those full kits like this and they were like $65 and they'd pop up a few times a year. Those days seem to be over. So WorkPro has stepped in to fill the gap. They're not professional grade. They're good DIY wrenches. And ratcheting wrenches are just a real pleasure to use over a standard wrench. If you haven't used one, you will learn when you pick up this case, all right? Anyway, $56, call it what it is. All right, the Sun P. I'm not a big fan of kits like this. It's a whole bunch of mediocre and low-grade tools. But it's $80, and it's got a ton of tools. And the reason I'm including this is it's back to school season, and a lot of kids are going off to college, they got an apartment or something, and you want to send them with some tools. I'd love to send my kid off with like top line tools. That's what I'd like to do. I know they're going to be at school, they're not going to be paying attention, they're going to loan them to their friends. By the end of the year, half that kit's going to be gone. So send them a cheap kit like this so you don't cry over the fact they lost a bunch of really good like Estwing hammers and Wera screwdrivers or all this stuff. So get the cheap one. Trust me, when you get half of it back at the end of the year, if any of it, you'll be happy you did. All right, we got the cordless electric scissors 2-blade system here, 3.6 lithium-ion rechargeable by Stalwart in red, no less. Coming in, apparently, they have it in pink, but the pink one is full price. The red one's $21.57. So I'd go with the red, 9 inches long. Apparently the head's replaceable, so you can get new blades and stuff for it. 46% off a list, and I don't know if that, but it's definitely cheaper than the $32 one. All right, let's keep going. Check this out. Now, we've talked about under cabinet lights. These are not the same under cabinet lights. These are not the motion sensitive, rechargeable whole nine yards. But This is 6 9-inch LEDs in a power strip, and you can interconnect them, and there's a remote control, and they are $112. But this is it's a step up, all right? If you don't want to do the rechargeable ones, some people were complaining they don't trust the rechargeable ones. I totally get it. Here's a 6 cabinet set or 6 light set coming in, as I said, 112.12. Interesting. Anyway, 30% off a list, and it's Black & Decker, because why make tools when you can make everything but tools? All right, we got the Skill 1.2 amp variable speed scroll saw with foot pedal and LED. I love they include the foot pedal in this. Foot pedal is any of my bench tools, I always want to put a foot pedal on them. And I love the fact they include it. This is a solid scroll saw, 16-inch, not the biggest one out there, definitely not the smallest. Solid price, 20% off a list at $159. All right, we got this. I talked about the other charging or rechargeable DIY LED light. Here's another one. You're looking at, you got 4 LED panels on this one. It's USB rechargeable. You can take the head of it off, use it by itself as a lantern or whatnot, whole 9 yards. It's on sale right now for $66.99, $67. Call it what it is. That's a pretty good price on something like that. Even has a little carrying bag with it. Next up, we got garage door openers. And I'm including these because my wife just lost our garage door opener, or at least her version of said garage door opener. And I just bought these. And they work just fine. So if you're looking for replacement Chamberlain garage door openers, I can vouch for these. They work great. Easy to set up. You're looking at $12.57. Next up, bike hoists. Again, summer's wrapping up. It's time to get ready to store stuff. If you got bikes you got to store, getting them up off the ground is a fantastic way to do that. This kind of pulley system, my brother uses one. He's got a road bike or something that he pedals around on. I would not trust this with the e-bikes. Maybe it work. Maybe you can handle it. Depending on how you mount it, maybe it can handle the e-bikes. E-bikes average around 50 pounds. It says it can do 100-pound capacity, so it might be able to handle the e-bikes as well. Anyway, limited time deal, 28% off the list, down to $33.95. Then we got somebody asked, in one of my videos, I was showing my outdoor lighting, which is kind of like these mini parking lot kind of lights. And they were really interested in them, and I found a link. They're fairly expensive. And I stumbled across these. These are essentially the same lights that I have outside my shop, except they're on an adjustable arm. And you get 3 of them for $223. Now, again, lights like this are not cheap, but the design actually is really good. It really puts out a good amount of light. This is a lightning deal. It's 10% claim. Some people think this is a decent light, so you might want to check it out. For those of you who are interested in the kind of lights I have outside, here's a similar one that's adjustable. Next up, Duratec. This is it. Okay, I got a couple of these. Don't pull the trigger on this one just yet. I love extra long wrenches. I love ratcheting wrenches. This is both in one with the foam tray, and it's on sale. What more do you want? Normally $60, on sale for $54.99, 8, 10, 12, 13, 14, 16, 17, 19, 22. It's not no skip, but these are definitely DIY level ratchets, ratcheting wrenches, I should say. They're double-ended, standard on one end, ratcheting on the other with a foam tray for $54. That's a nice option there for the DIYer. Here's a really cool, though, 6-piece flex head from Bully Tools. So you're getting dual head, flex head on both sides, and check this out. These little, let me go back. These little bits down here, they turn them into a ratchet, like a standard 1/4 inch, 3/8, and 1/2 inch ratchet. So it's not just a wrench, but it's an actual ratchet. That is a nifty little, look at that. And you can even put a bit driver in it. Oh, come on. That's for $70. Let's see here. It's normally $76.99. It's on sale for $69.29, so $70, close enough. And there's a 10% off coupon on top of that, so 10 and 10. All right, let's keep going here. 3/4 inch drive click torque wrench here. We talked about one before. This is the 3/4 inch. This is a big boy. All right, that's not 3/8, 3/4. Don't mistake them. All right. This thing will do 100 to 700 foot-pounds for $139. Oh my gosh, you got some big trucks, some big tractors. This is your torque wrench right here. That is a solid deal on that one. 24% off the list. 20% claimed currently. All right, the Grebstech. We've talked about these. These are not super high-end woodworking chisels. These are just basic everyday, for like non-woodworkers, like somebody like me. I work with wood. I'm not a woodworker, all right? I'm not making fine furniture and stuff like that. I don't use a chisel every day, but every once in a while I have to square off a corner, take off a little bit here, take off a little bit there. That's what stuff like this is good for. You don't need to invest hundreds of dollars if you're not using the chisel every day. For just basic DIY stuff, or maybe just even to get started, you could start with something like this. I mean, it's $13.49. There you go. You get 4 of them there. All right, next up, the contour gauge. Oh my gosh, I hate me some TikTok shop. I see stuff on TikTok shop all the time, and it's like, check this thing out. Or how about the ones on YouTube? Man, my wife got me this for whatever holidays, St. Patrick's Day. God, I love that woman. Oh man, I hate that commercial. I hate it with a passion. My wife knows better. My wife does not try to buy me tools. She's like, tell you what, why don't you go buy a tool? Merry Christmas. That's, and I don't try to buy her stuff. If she tells me like, hey, I want this, this, and this, then you buy it. But anyway, you see these on these commercials and they're like, for only normally $50 on sale for $25. Get it now. Go over to Amazon. They're always cheaper on Amazon. Look at this thing. It's $12. $12. It is anyway, you know what it is. I'm not going to belabor the point on it. All right. Crescent Lufkin. I'd honestly forgot about this style of tape measure. I hadn't seen one in years. Your typical little round, just super thin, keep in your pocket. I remember like my grandfather had one of these. My shop teacher had one of these. I've never carried one, but oh my gosh, I need this now. It's the Crescent Lufkin. It's on sale right now, 47% off, down to $15.95. Just a good, solid mini, super thin tape measure. I'm probably gonna pick up like 3 or 4 of these. One to keep the desk, one to keep it, in the truck. Just great one, EDC kind of stuff. I don't know. I'm stammering because I can't believe I've forgotten about this style of tape measure. It was like one of those things you see and you're like, oh, where did you go? Anyway, I put it down. If you're the same way, if you forgot that these exist, put it down below in the comments. I want to know I'm not alone. All right, let's keep going. Billy Tools Crowfoot wrench set. Again, this is a DIY level tool. Here's where this thing brings value. All right, not every day are you going to need a Crowfoot wrench. All right, here's the other thing. Not every day are you going to need a flare nut wrench. Now, if you do, then buy dedicated specific tools. I totally get it. Get the professional stuff. Great. But for everyone else, like there are times where you need a Crowfoot wrench. There are times when you need a flare nut wrench. This is both of them in one, all right? It's designed as a flare nut wrench, but as Crowfoot, so you can use it for either one. There's no law saying you can't. No federal tool investigators are going to show up to card you if you're like, hey, we saw you using a flare nut wrench on a regular bolt. We're going to have a problem with that. No. But for $33.99, for $34, when you need it, you need it. And that's, again, one of these get-out-of-jail-free kind of tools. And also really good for use with a torque wrench, that kind of stuff. Anyway, lightning deal, 4% claimed. You're going to have to jump all over that one. And then also, I should point out, they have the larger, like the super large size ones. Here, the jumbo, I should say. They have metric and SAE. So look at this. This one's up to 50 millimeter. That's a big one right there. 14-piece jumbo Crowfoot, 27 to 50, CRV steel. There's a 5% off coupon on it. It's $56.99. And then the SAE one, if you need that, it is $58.49, 32% off list. All of these are lightning deals, but I'll link to this one, and then you can click on whichever one you want. Then the Craftsman T-handle. I've talked about these before. I picked them up when I was in a pinch, and shush, the wife's at home. By the way, you need to pray for me. The wife is at home, full-blown COVID. So she's going to be fine. She always gets through these things just fine. I'm trying to avoid her because I get stuff like this like nobody's business. Anybody's been around the channel knows how many times I've gotten it. I sure hope I'm not getting it. Anyway, $25 on these. This is, I said, I picked them up kind of on a lark. Not a lark. I needed some, And I didn't want to drive to Bozeman, and the Ace in town that only had Craftsman. And honestly, I've been pretty happy with them. They're really comfortable, really nice to use. I don't think they have a ball end. That's one thing I don't like them as there's no ball end on it. But still, for $25 for a full set like this, yeah, I'll make do. All right, let's keep going. Gear wrench. We got the gear wrench. This is just your standard wrenches here. Coming in, 30-piece, SAE and metric. These are tool truck grade, tool truck alternative, I should say. And gear wrench is the original when it comes to the tool truck alternative. It does not have teeth per se, but if you look close, see that little indentation there and then the little rise up there? That is part of their, it's kind of like a tooth. It makes it so it doesn't grab on the corners. It grabs on the flats. They're really good design. You're looking at normally $173 on this. It's on sale 23% off. Great, that's all your standard wrenches right there. If you want the ratcheting versions, we got that also. It's coming in at $178. If you just need some metric, we got the metric. Now this is a 15-piece set. The metric in this is a 16-piece set, so it's not exactly the same kit. It's not as big, but if you're looking like this is good for an entry-level guy, a DIYer who's trying to step up. The gear wrench, they're the guys who gear wrench. Look at the name. They're the ones who started this. All right. If anybody knows how to make a ratcheting wrench, you think it would be them. So you're looking at $67.66 on this for the metric version. Then we got the magnetic socket organizers, Ruitool. I don't know who the heck they are, but everyone's got one like this. They're OEMing it from somebody else. And at $10 for a 2-pack, I say sure thing. That's a good one right there. Now that's the 1/4 inch. Let's see, they have the SA over here. See, that's not on sale. The full set's not on sale. It's only the 1/4 inch one that's on sale. Sorry about that. That's all you get. You get what you get, and you don't get upset. All right. So here we got again another company I've never heard of. EACLE. I don't know, but for a look at 1/4 inch, 3/8, 1/2 inch Allen Torx socket driver set. For basically a no-name master bit set at $38, might be willing to give that a try. I don't know if you have this, if you tried it, let us know. Then we get the Duratec extra long 90-tooth quick release. That's pretty 90-tooth quick release, extra long. If those of you have been around, you look at it, come on, Cobalt, am I right? So you look at the Cobalt Pro even. And for $36 for the Duratec, aka Cobalt Pro, and it's got the knurling with the baby blue. You gotta like that. Got a little bit of class in there. $36, 10% off. Then we got the 3-in-1 ratchet from Duratec, again with the knurling and the blue. 1/4 inch, 3/8, 1/2 inch, all of that in one. You're coming at for $10. Throw that in a tool bag, a to-go bag, that kind of stuff. Here we got the gear wrench 3-piece set, 1/4, 3/8, and 1/2 inch. Just your basic 45-tooth design. Coarse. But you know what? Grippy too. All right. A lot of people are like, oh, it has to be 155 teeth or something. It's going to be smooth. But if you really want something that bites, those big teeth, well, that's what they do. You're looking at $52.79 on that. All right. Then we got the WorkPro 12-volt, 40-foot-pound ratchet, cordless ratchet, 2 batteries, charger, bag, the tool, and then some chrome sockets that, will ultimately get lost. The point is this, for a cordless ratchet with 2 batteries, and for $72, not a bad deal there, but I got another option for you. Check this out, AC Delco. Now, it's not the extended. That's one thing I like about this one, why I included it. It's the extended neck. This is your basic ratchet, 12 volt. It's also comes with the 12 volt drill driver. You're getting a battery and a charger with that for $78.39, 30% off a list, and there's a 20% off coupon on top of it. All right, then for all you EDC nuts out there, we got the EDC pry bar, bidirectional ratchet, screwdriver, everlasting pen, wrench, crowbar. I think it also can find water for you. I don't know. The keys for dowsing or something. Anyway, it's got it all in one. Hey, Christmas gifts coming up. It's on sale down from $49 to $29.59. Limited time deal. I mean, look at that. 82% claimed on the Lightning deal. Maybe they know something I don't. All right, we got gear wrench extensions, 1/4 inch, Locking, 3-piece 1/4-inch drive locking extensions, 2-inch, 3-inch, and 6-inch. Again, remember, this is for the 1/4-inch set, but that's a nice extension set there for 20 bucks from Gear Wrench. All right, we got the classic Craftsman acetate handle there, 6-in-1. No, it's not made in the USA, and you could tell based on the price. It's $8. If you want the classic look and a multi-bit screwdriver from Craftsman, this is your choice here for $8. All right, then this is a nifty tool that we haven't talked enough about the channel. This is an impact screwdriver, and the way it works is you hold it, you get the bit down here. What did I do with that? So like, let's pretend this is it. You hold this, you put the bit on it, and you whack it with a hammer. And as it hits, there's a gear inside it causes it to twist. So every time you whack it, boom, it hits it and twists it, hits it and twists it. It's the old school impact wrench, or impact driver, I should say. And you're looking at $20 for the kit there. Nice little setup there for 20 bucks. And then we've got the hammers to go with it, Horsley hammers. This is a great little set here. You got your sledge or engineer hammer. You got your cross peen, 2 ball peen, and your rubber mallet. All of that one and done set here for under 40 bucks. Then we got the roll-up heavy-duty tool bag. I've talked about this one before. I think these make great kits. You can really, part things out based on what they're going to be used for. It makes also a good setup for if you're going to build your own first aid kit. I've got a first aid kit like this it's a 3-compartment one. 4-compartment would be nice. Maybe I'll build a kit with this and we can do a video on that. Anyway, $28.79, 20% off a list. Then we come and we got the Torin Red Mini Creeper stool here. It's on sale right now for under 30 bucks, $29.69. We got the Galaxy or Galax. I always want to call them Galaxy. Galax. This is the cordless set. You're getting the recip and the mini saw, and you're getting some blades. You're getting the charger, the battery, the bag, all of that for 88 bucks. Call it what it is, down from 140. All right, then we got some more DeWalt. We got the hammer drill again, but this time with the impact, 2 batteries, charger, and the bag. It's coming in limited time deal for $300. Then we've got the Dong Cheng. This is a good budget drill driver there. 2 batteries, the bag. It's got some bits, everything else, the charger with it. Normally $70. It's on sale for $60. 10% off coupon on top of that. You can stack the deals. You know what? You know what? Sometimes you just gotta whip it out to get the work done, right? And you know what? And if you don't like my puns, whatever. Oh my gosh, so much fun with these because you got to follow the dong with the DCK, big red shiny DCK. It's coming in at $75.99. It's a step up. You get the metal chuck on it versus the rubber chuck on this one. They're both brushless. This is getting you the 4-amp-hour battery, the charger, a bunch of bits, the bag, the whole 9 yards. It's normally $100. It's on sale for $76 essentially. Then we got the Skill 20 volt. I really like this one. 1/2-inch metal chuck on this. Now again, this is not the 12 volt. This is the full size 20, but it's brushless. It's got the 2-amp-hour battery. It's got the charger with it. All of that on sale right now for $79, down from $100. Next up, we got the Craftsman hammer drill kit. A full kit here, normally $159. It's on sale for $99 there. And you're getting 2 batteries with this, by the way. I know it shows one here. Here's a better picture. Coming in at $100 there for that. Again, it's this is the RP. If you see RP on them right there, that means it's brushless. All right. So they're brushed, and then they have the RP brushless line. The brush stuff from Craftsman is, the brushless stuff, it's like slightly downgraded DeWalt. It's actually a fabulous deal for the price usually. All right, let's keep going here. All right, next up, we got the Ego snowblower. You're like, it's not snowing yet. I live in Montana. It's snowing. We've had snow in Montana. Yes, it's been in the higher mountain regions. It's around the corner. I have a feeling this is going to be a hard winter, folks. Get ready for it. It was a pretty mild summer for a lot of us. And anyway, winter is coming. And if you want to get a good snowblower, now's the time to do it. Yes, you're like, look at this thing going, isn't that usually cheaper? It is usually cheaper, but it also doesn't usually come with not 1, but 2 of the 7.5 amp hour batteries. Those are serious batteries. It comes with the dual port charger on top of it. 56 volt. This is like the default snowblower around town. Anytime I'm driving around town, for those of you who don't know, I live in Livingston, Montana, small population. We're like, it varies around 8,000, but we're up here in the Rockies at about an elevation of about, depending on where you are in town, anywhere between probably like 4,700 feet, all right? This is for all the smaller houses and stuff around town, because it's an old town, all right? My house was built in the 1800s. On the outside of town, you get everyone with like the 20 plus acres and that kind of stuff. But in town, they're all pretty small houses with small yards, small sidewalks. This is the go-to snowblower, all right? It can handle the snow, and honestly, with the 2 batteries, it can handle quite a bit of snow. So this is, like, I know the local Ace sells these, and this is their #1 selling snowblower. I can't remember the last time I saw anybody in town using a gas snowblower anymore. They're just, if you've got 40 acres, you're snow plowing, great, good for you. But for most people, this is more than good enough. And if the people in the Rockies can live with it, I think you probably can too. All right, let's keep going. We got the mini chainsaw. Again, this is the mini chainsaw. This is the Dock Smart, which I'm not familiar with, but check this out. Not only does it have the oil reservoir, it's got the handle on the side. I like that. A lot of these are one handle. I like seeing the second handle out there. Coming in for $80 with get this, there's another 30% off coupon right here. You can click on that, and you're getting two chains with it, 2 blades, or two bars, I should say. 2 batteries, the charger, the box, the whole. Look at it, great. Look at these custom work gloves. That's half the price right there in work gloves. Easily half the price. Anyway, that's a pretty good deal right there. Let's keep going here. Now this one got sent in from Menards, the Winco Silver Dinette Kitchen Trolley. They said they liked it. That's all I can really say. And it's $20. I don't know how much trolleying I would do with it, but as a little side table for $20, I probably would be okay with that. All right, let's keep going here. We got the... I don't often recommend AliExpress, and I'm not recommending it now, but like the viewer who sent this in, and brother, I got to agree. Look at the name on this thing. This is the Electric Goddess. 3,200 RPMs there. Max torque of 205, at least that's what they say. Brushless motor tool. I think it is a DeWalt compatible, because I don't think it comes. It's tool only. So it's like that. Anyway, Electric Goddess. You gotta love the names. All right, let's keep going here. All right, over on eBay again. I don't often show eBay, but this is CPO. They're a known quantity. They're an authorized reseller of refurbished goods, and this is the top of the line prosumer / value pro planer. It's the best one out there until you're stepping up to high-end professional planers. There's no question about it, and you're getting the full kit here. It says $421.99, but there's a coupon. If you use the coupon, it's under $500. Under $500 on that. That one is going to go fast. All right, then this bonus round here. I stumbled across this, and I thought I'd include it because a lot of people ask me, like, hey, what do you use for editing kind of stuff? I'm a big full-time YouTuber. Man, it sounds cheesy to say it, but we're closing on 300,000 subscribers. I'm a full-timer. I can throw money at problems like computer processing and stuff like that. A lot of people trying to get started, they can't. We've talked about laptops and stuff like that. Here's an alternative. This is, again, it's over on eBay, but it's an authorized refurbished unit. It is an i5. It's running a GTX 1660 Ti. Ti is usually the upper end of the different kinds of video cards. It's got 16 gigs of RAM, 520 gig hard drive on it. It's not a top of the line, but for basic getting started, also average kind of like budget gaming at $371. That's a pretty darn good deal on a gaming-esque, or video content creating-esque kind of desktop. Now you're gonna need a monitor to go with it. I'm gonna recommend the TCL 43-inch 4K QLED here. Yes, it's not a monitor, but yes, it can be used as a monitor. I use a 42-inch Samsung on my desk. That's what I keep. Every time you see me look off to my side, that's what I'm looking at. And I've used TVs as monitors for a decade at this point. Once the 4K TVs came out and you could get them cheap every so often, that's what we started going with, because they're not like high-end gaming kind of stuff. You're not going to get, for this price, it's $198. You're not going to get 120 refresh rate. This is 60 hertz refresh rate, which is good enough, honestly, for most games. It really is. But, especially the games I play, which are mostly turn-based. But for $198, you combine that with this, and now you got a good video editing station. You got a big screen you can look at. You can do all the stuff you need. If you need a keyboard, this is the keyboard that I am currently using. I love mechanical keyboards. It has the clicky. I don't know if you can hear that, if it's picking it up. But this is the exact same keyboard, okay? Even with the little volume button on the side. I love that the wheel right there lets me change the volume. I love that. I've used more expensive ones before. In fact, I had some fairly high-end expensive ones, and then when it died, I had to replace it. And then when I replaced, I didn't like it. Was a piece of junk, and I just needed something, and I bought this. I'm like, I'll get this until I find the right one. I haven't switched since, and I've had it for a while now. I actually like it. And for $50, it's hard to beat when it comes to a mechanical keyboard. Now, as far as a mouse, let me see here, the mouse, this is what I use, the Logitech. You can see it, it's the G703. It's a pretty cool item. There's a lot of stuff. There's like a weight you can put in the bottom back to change the weight. There's a charging station. You can get it, so you just take it, you set it on the charging station, so you don't have to plug it in, because I have to, like, once a week it'll die, and I just plug it into the little USB-C up here. There's even a mouse pad that charges it. So as long as it's on the mouse pad, it's charging. So that's an option. But most people aren't going to pay $71 for a mouse. So you can get its little brother here, renewed, refurbished, coming in for just under $30. So, but essentially the same thing. I don't think you can do all the same cool fancy stuff with it, but Logitech makes solid mice. You can argue, like, this mouse does this and this mouse does that. Logitech has never let me down when it comes to mice. I use them for my travel mice. I've used them for work. I use them for this. They just work, and they're usually reasonably priced, all right? And lastly, I've got the Govee lights. Now, let me get rid of this. If you see these lights right here, boom, boom, boom. And then there's another set. If we pan over here, I don't know if you can see it there. It goes all the way across my shelving and illuminates each one of the shelves there. And that's what these Govee lights. And as you can see, I just bought another set to light the next level down there. $35. And that's what I do, is I wait for them to go on sale, buy a set. And usually you can only buy one. So I just buy a piece here, a piece there, a piece there. And eventually, it's been like 6 months, and I don't care. And you can change the color. I have it hooked up to She Who Shall Not Be Named over here. And I can say, hey, so-and-so. Actually, let me do this. Set studio to red.
Okay.
The only one that isn't hooked up to that is my sign. And I actually have to go to my sign and tell it to go to red. There you go. So I know there's some of them, these aren't exactly the same as those. I know. I don't usually use them in that color, but you can have fun with it. But they also work good as under cabinet lighting. They're not cordless. They are corded. You have to plug them in, but then you can set them up. You can use the remote on your phone, or you can connect them to She Who Shall Not Be Named, and she can handle it. All right. Last deal I think we got here is the EcoFlow. Look at this. It's $100 and was it not 100? It's $500. That's 50% off for the Delta 2. I've told you why they're switching to, and we all know what that's going to be. I know. You know how I know this? Because I have one sitting right over there, and they're fantastic. They're also not $500. They're super cool. They're smaller. They're more compact. They look sleeker. They're not $500. So we'll have a video later this month. I'll be doing a video comparing the two. Oh my gosh, they're cool. But again, they're not $500. So for $500, buy this. Don't pump the brakes at all. I mean, anyway, you'll see when you see the video, you'll see what I mean. But my recommendation, I wish I could show them right now. My recommendation is buy these till they're gone. And they're going to be doing blowout sales like this probably until they get the quantities down to where they want them. So you better move on it fast. That's all I got for you today. Thanks again to today's sponsors. We got links and everything down below as always. If you got any questions, post them. I will try to get back to them. I got a wife I got to go suit up to take care of. Pray for me that I stay COVID free. Anyway, thank you all for being here, enjoying your Labor Day, and you all take care. God bless. And as always, shine on.